Hello, my name is Yusuf Buddha and you're welcome. If today is the first time you are watching our videos, please do well to subscribe and also share for others to see what we do here so that we can all, learn together. Today, I want us to talk about skimming or Andre. If you are into construction or you've built your home before, you've done POP before, you've painted your house before, you would have come across the term Andre. Usually that is the common term that we all use in the construction industry, especially for those of us that do painting and POP. But the technical or official term is skimming. Now, what is skimming? Let me read from Google what skimming is. So skimming is a technique or an art where a thin layer of plaster or drywall mud is applied to a surface to create a smooth, even finish, typically done before painting to cover imperfections and create a clean base. So if you have seen these painters apply a thin layer of putty or Andre paste on a wall before, usually when you go to these new buildings, especially in the interior, you notice that we do Andre on the wall or skimming on the wall. Then that is exactly what we are talking about. It is that putty or Andre mix that we use on the wall to make the wall, one, very smooth, two, to cover imperfections. Mostly after the inside has been plastered, you would notice that there's a lot of imperfection on the plastering on your wall. Some call it rendering on your wall. Now, the skimming or Andre is used to cover those imperfections. So there are two reasons. One is to make the wall very smooth, and the second one is to cover the cracks and the imperfections that are on the wall. Now, the reason is very necessary and is very important is that if you don't do this Andre, it makes the wall, after you paint, you would notice that the wall is not as smooth as it's supposed to be, and it is not as beautiful as it's supposed to be, because the putty or the Andre or the skimming we do on the wall helps to make the wall look very beautiful. But then there are two ways of doing skimming or Andre to get the best result. Now, in most cases, when it's time to paint and you get these painters in your house, they tell you, let's get POP cement and then emulsion paint. It can be any brand, and mix it with some acrylic binder. Some don't even add anything to it. It creates a form of paste, and then they use that to skim the wall and make it smooth. The other way is to buy Putty Filler, and we have different type of Putty Fillers for different purposes. All right, now which one is good? All of them have their advantages and also disadvantages. For the Putty Filler, the disadvantage is that it's a little bit expensive than when you use the POP cement. But apart from the cost that goes into it, that is the best way to go. Putty fillers are done or have been produced specifically for that particular job, so the acrylic binders in them are very high. Secondly, it goes through a rigorous manufacturing process, so it comes out as the best. When you apply it on the wall, one, it doesn't come off. It binds very well with the paint, and then lastly, it looks good when the finishing is done, it looks very good. When you come to the other one, which is when they use the POP and then the home charm together, it gives you almost the same results. But the difference in this case is that usually when you use the home charm and then the POP cement, it doesn't bind well, or it doesn't bond well with the wall. Secondly, it doesn't bond well with the paint that will come on it later. And to know that it would either bind or it will not bind, but when they are done, just put your hand on the surface and see. Usually when you put your hand on the surface, it comes off like powder. Your hand will become white. That is to tell you that, one, if you put paint on it, that paint will come off in due time. And secondly, the skimming you have done on the wall has not bonded well with the wall itself. So that is why mostly we prefer that as homeowners, you use Putty Filler for this particular job. Now, what if you have already done your Andre and you used the POP and the home charm to do it? The best way to make sure that it doesn't affect your paint or it doesn't affect the wall in future is for you to apply primer on it. Primer would help to make the work that you have done on the wall, the skimming or Andre that you have done on the wall, to bind or to bond very well with the paint that you are going to put on it. All right, so that is what you have to do. My advice in this case is that you have to always try as much as possible to be part of the job or the work that is going on in your building. Most of the guys that we give our work to, because the clients are not on the site, tend to do other things that they are not supposed to do. So you have to always make sure you are on the site. You come to the site, you inspect to see that the right thing has been done. To know if your Andre has been done well, one, it has to be very smooth on the wall. When they are done, they have to sandpaper the wall to make it as leveled and as smooth as possible. And then when you put your hand on it, it should not come off as powder in your hand. Those are the three things you need to watch out for when you go to the site to inspect your work. And at the end of the day, if you do it the right way, you have the right results. If you don't do it the right way, obviously you will not get the right results. But most importantly, make sure you give your job to the right people to do it for you. My name once again is Yusi Buddha, and if this is the first time you are watching our content, try as much as possible to subscribe and also to share to others so that we can all learn together. Also, if you have questions, if you have comments, please put it down there. We are into painting, we are into graffiato, we are into construction. So if you have any job related to painting, graffiato, or construction, just take the numbers on the screen and get in touch with us. We would come to your site, give you very good quotes, and we'll do a very good job for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.